Hey guys, Adam here, ownerdirectiontrader.com. Let's come to you with today's mid-morning recap and looking forward video. It is the 4th of June and it's about 9:30 here on the West Coast, so 11:30 Central. Let's talk about what happened today and what I see moving forward. Yesterday in the recap video, we talked a lot about these indexes and the different type of, after you have this initial thrust to the upside, what are we looking for? We're looking for a few different things here, and they can tell us quite a bit on what we see moving forward in these instruments. You got this kickoff here, this original thrust to the upside, and then we're just waiting to see what exactly it wants to do. Are we going to get a thrust to the upside and then kind of just a short rally, which could lead to further blast off here further on? We're going to have this sideways pause, which also leads to further just the market leaking its way to the upside. Or we're going to get a pullback, which could either lead to more upside opportunity or a possible reversal zone and a rollover here. Currently in the S&P, you see we've got this little thrust to the upside and then kind of a little pause here. So we have this little thrust to the upside and a sideways pause, meaning that we could see these markets go ahead and just leak its way up moving forward as long as nothing else changed. What are some factors I'm going to be looking for here? If we can stay above this 8-period moving average, that is a huge bullish sign. Even if we get a pullback to the 21, as long as we hold above the 21 period EMA, hold above this previous swing high, I'm still going to consider this a bullish market until otherwise. So moving forward, as long as we keep on creating new highs from an intraday standpoint, I'll keep on looking for long side opportunities, keep on buying them pullbacks after we break through them previous day's highs. On the Russell, this is where I want to spend a little bit of time, because we talked yesterday about the Russell here. As we know, the Russell's been a leader. If the markets are up, the Russell's up a lot. If the markets are down, the Russell's down a lot. It's just been one of them markets over the last couple months. But we have these highs and these lower highs coming down through here. And this thrust that we just went through, the same one we were talking about on the S&P, is the first higher high we've had in a long time, all the way back from February. So we had a new higher high. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a few things in my book. We're looking for some type of fib pullback or some type of retracement. Then we'd look for the moving averages to confirm them, and then support and resistance. These are like the 3 checks that I like to use on a day in, day out basis, and to help me with my intraday trading and my swing trading. What do we have here? We got a low to high pullback, 50% retracement. There's your fib. We have this previous swing high, there's your support and resistance, and we have the 21 period holding it up here, so there's your moving average. So we have 3 checks here right at this zone. We've been talking a lot about possibly getting this pullback and then a possible pop back to the upside in the direction of this most recent move. So that is what I'm seeing. Going into the live trading room this morning, we talked about in our pre-market analysis what we're looking for. And the same analysis has been done the last 3 days in the live trading room. Been a little bit quiet. So we were looking for price to test some of these major levels. The major level we looked at every single day was the previous day's low. And you see here the last 3 days we've had equal lows here for the most part on the Russell. So today we came in and we started saying, hey, let's look to see if this market wants to sell off, test them lows, and then reverse off of them lows back towards the upside. It worked perfectly, and we actually bought a couple pullbacks to the long side. And if you're in the trading room, you know how that worked out. But we had really great opportunities here to the upside. And it all stemmed off that pre-market analysis when we talked about testing the support, testing the previous day's lows, and getting a bounce. So that's a little tip moving forward. If we open up, we have previous day's high, previous day's low. If we open up in the middle of that range, look for that market to test either the previous day's high, initially look for sell opportunities, or test the previous day's low, looking for buy opportunities off that. Because as we open up in the middle of that range, there's no buyers or sellers taking charge. We still have the same range from yesterday, so there's nothing really changed going into the current market condition. So look for it to test one of them major levels and then start to get a rally or a bounce off of there. So that's what we did today. It worked out wonderfully. We got a nice kick off that low. Russell, or the crude, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to continue bullish as long as we stay above that 21 period moving average. I know we had a crazy sell-off there intraday, but we really haven't given anything up from on the daily charts here. I know we have a big candlestick here. We're at these highs. So there's a lot of concern here with the upside. Any of these down moves, we got to pay attention to. But as long as we hold some of these up moves, I'm still going to look for a pullback to the upside from an intraday standpoint. And if we break through some of these lows, then we got issues to the downside. But as of right now, I'm staying somewhat neutral to bullish here until we can break through these lows here and then look for further downside opportunity. Bonds, I just want to hit on them real fast before we leave here. Still selling off, guys. Just remarkable. You come into another support area here, and they are having a little bit of a pause. Look at the markets, how slow the stock indexes are today, how little volume there is. That's because there's not a lot going on right now. So the bonds are really going nowhere, creating this doji. They've had this big sell-off. We talked about the thrust to the upside and the different type of follow-through that we have in the stock index futures. The same thing with the downside of the bonds. The bonds had this thrust to the downside. The next couple days and how they form are going to have a lot to do with how I trade them moving forward. Whether we have a pullback, a little sideways gyration, a couple little bars here pointing sideways, or that kind of leaks its way down is going to tell us a lot in what's going to happen moving forward here with the bonds. So some very, very good technical markets right now. Some really a fun time to be trading. Even though it's really, really slow, we're still able to find some really, really technical markets. So it's making it an all right trading time. So it would be bad if it was slow and nothing was really being technical at all. So finally getting some things to work out here that are making sense with the correlations and whatnot with the different markets. So let's see if we can get some further follow through here and see if we can get some good trades moving forward. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions about this, email me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good afternoon.